Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is Phoenix 1987-20 here to bring you a list of my top 10 Nintendo Switch video games. But before I go any further, I would like you guys to all do me a favor. Hit that like button, share this with all your friends and family and your social media. Hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. Turn on that notification bell so you can get my latest videos. And drop me down a comment below. The good, the bad, the ugly, it's all good to me. So until further ado, let's go. Now for me, one of my favorite games for Nintendo Switch, and I'm not doing this in my 10 whatever. These are my top 10 with no order. There's a random order. They could be juggled anywhere, but one of my favorite games for the Nintendo Switch is the Batman game done by Telltale. I really love it. I think it's awesome. The intertwine between Batman and Bruce Wayne. For me, it had the better story to it than a lot of Batman games I've ever played. I consider this one of the better games over Arkham's games that came out starting out on the PS3, finishing on the PS4. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was an awesome game. The story was well written, and the choices you had to make to see your outcomes properly. What outcomes did you want the best? What outcomes were worth it? You can pick really good outcomes, or you can pick really bad outcomes. It all depends on the person and who is playing the game, because your faith is decided by your faith. Can't go nothing wrong with that. So yeah, the Batman game for the Nintendo Switch, which is a two-part game. First game comes on cartridge, the second game is a DLC. So let's move on to the next game, shall we? Another one of my favorites is the Doom game that came out for the Nintendo Switch. Not the Doom Eternal game, the Doom game. I thought it was really well done. The game, for me, was a throwback to a classic. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the story mode. So this is one of the games that, like I said, made it into my top 10. I'm not gonna say it is my number one or whatever. It is one of my favorite in the top 10. I felt it went really well. They did a really good job with the storyline and everything like that. You get the blast, like I said, it's a blast from the past, which is awesome. And like I said, it's one of the better games for the Nintendo Switch that is out. So you may enjoy it, you may not enjoy it, but this is a first-person shooter with some crazy storyline to it. So let's move on to the next game. Now another one of my favorites, and I really enjoyed this one. This one took me actually by surprise. It's Mario&R Kingdom Battle, which was unique how they did it. It's not your typical Mario game. It's a turn-based game where you're trying to get the Mushroom Kingdom back into order, but you're mixed in with the Rabbit world. It's a turn-based game, so that's fun. And as you go, you upgrade, you unlock characters from both the Mushroom Kingdom and the Rabbit container. So it's very interesting on how they were able to do that and how they got that done. I think it was funny how they wrote the characters in and everything along those ways. I really did enjoy. So like I said, it's really fun. It's really cool. If you haven't played this Mario game, I would advise you to check it out. You'll enjoy the storyline, how crazy and goofy it is. Like I said, it's not your typical Mario, but it's a fun Mario, and you can't go wrong with fun Marios. And I know that because I don't like every Mario game out there, but there are some that take my interest and take my peak, and this was one of them. It's different. To me, it's original, and it's good old fun. So yeah, this is one of the games that made it into my top 10. Now, one of my favorite games for Nintendo Switch is Fire Emblem Three Houses. I love how they did this. At the start, you get to pick what house you want to be in, and there's 3 houses, just like you would do in the Harry Potter movies. I thought the turn-based style on it was awesome. I thought the graphics were, for this type of game, was pretty mint, and I loved how the battle system was. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was really good, and I can't really say much more about it. I love the story. I love how you progress through it. I love how you build a relationship with your certain characters, and I love how your ending can be your ending and how it changes and what house you pick. It was fun. I put over 80 plus hours into this game. I really enjoyed it. I thought everything was really good, and I can't complain one way or another. This game was really well written overall, and how you can make love interests and stuff like that. I thought it was really good. I'm not gonna lie at all. And how everything worked out in this game. It's a good game. It made it into my top 10. Let's get on to the next game. Another one of my games that made it in the top 10 was l.a.noire, and I'm really glad that this port made it onto the Switch. I've never played it when it came out originally, so getting it for the Switch was awesome. I thought I really enjoyed the story. I love how you advance as a cop in this game, and then everything gets flipped on you at the end. I thought it was well written when it comes down to how the story progressed and how they were able to write this so it takes place in the 1940s and the dialogue from the 1940s and what was really going on in the 1940s. So I enjoyed that. It's a great game, and if you haven't played it on the original console, I suggest you getting it for the Nintendo Switch. It's really well done. It's a story of a cop that advances that everything gets flipped. Rockstar did a really good job on this game, especially bringing it over to the Switch. And that's all I gotta really say about the next game. So let's get on to the next one. Now, another game that's made it into my top 10 was Mario Odyssey. I wasn't a big fan of Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, but this game I actually really enjoyed. It gives you more mechanics that you have never experienced before, like Cappy, being able to transform into the bad guys so you can progress through the game and unlock those moons. And the story is the same as any other Mario story. You're hunting down Bowser because he kidnapped the Princess Peach. Like I said, I thought it was really well done, that the story was really good, and that I enjoyed it. It's a free, it's somewhat of an open world that allows you to be Mario and do a venture that you couldn't do before. How they worked this, how they ran the characters, and how they designed their levels. Yes, it's an open world, but it's still level based on what you can do and what you can't do. For me, overall, it's fun, it's interesting. I didn't think you can go wrong with this game. Your goal is to collect all the power moons so you can repair your Odyssey to 100%. And without power moons, and also what you're trying to do is also collect special coins, and as many coins as you can so you can unlock everything, buy every costume, get stuff for the Odyssey. There's all special stuff that you can do, and it's really enjoyable. So if you haven't played this yet, or you've been on the fence about this game, check it out. It's fun, and there's nothing wrong with fun at all. So let's move on to the next game, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I love this game. I'm a big RPG fan, so I enjoy RPGs like crazy. I love how the characters were written in this game, the comedy, the funniness, and the seriousness. I love the relationship that you build with characters outside your party and characters within your party. Everything to me seemed super fun, super great. They came out with a prequel to this game called Xenoblade Chronicles 2: The Golden Country, Tour of the Golden Country, and I thought it was fun. It was enjoyable, and how the story worked out and unfolded, I thought it was amazing. How they wrote these characters, how you have Rags, how you got all these characters within the game. I really enjoyed it, and this game was in my top 10, and I've replayed this game a couple times now because it's that great of a story. So if you're an RPG fan and you're looking for a game and you haven't tried this out, try it out. You'll enjoy it, guaranteed that. So we're gonna move on to the next game that we have on file. And another great game that I really enjoy, and I know it just came out here just a few days ago, a week ago, something like that, is Bravely Default 2. I'm really enjoying it right now. It seems like a really great game. I'm only about 20 hours into the game, but everything I've played so far is fun, it's interesting, and I find it hilarious. And just how they chat with each other, how they talk with each other. Get back here, you big son of a bitch. You're an ant. I love how the bad guys are written into the game. I love the combat system in it, and it's just a good game overall. And you can't deny that at all. It's one of those games that, I don't know, a lot of people nowadays don't really play RPGs. They play like first person shooters, MMOs, games like that. And if you're a solo player like I am, you're gonna love these type of games and how they play out. And it's no lie, no nothing like that. It's just, they're really good games. I love the character intertwine. Not gonna lie, like I said, this made it into my top 10. I really enjoy it. The battle system's awesome. It's just a very fun game overall. So we're gonna move on to my next game. Now, another one of my favorite games, and I'm glad that it's remastered and it's a blast from the past, is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. I enjoyed the game. I thought the game was fun. I thought it was really well upgraded, and you can't really go wrong with that. And what can I say? It's a good game overall. It's fun. It's back to somewhat of its roots. I'm hoping one day that they'll remastered Underground, Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2, and put them all into one game. That would be awesome, but I am settling for this game because this game's a really good game and I really enjoy it, and a lot of people that I know really loved it. It's good old racing. You run from the cops, you be the cops. You can't go wrong with that. So we're gonna get on to my last game for my top 10, and like I said, this is no particular order. So the final game in my top 10 would have to be Legend of Zelda Age of Calamity. I really love how they wrote the story. I and that it's a game of what if, what would happen if the champions and Link didn't fall down. What if Ganondorf was destroyed? What if? And it's a really good game. I love how they portrayed this game, made it, incorporated the Breath of the Wild. And a lot of people are complaining, well, it's just it's not a Zelda game, it's a change of timeline. Yeah, maybe a change of timeline and will erase Age of Calamity or Breath of the Wild, but it also gives you the what if effect, and that's really cool that they did this. So guys, this is my top 10 list. Again, not in any particular order, so some of you might agree, some of you might not. It is what it is. So if you like my videos, hit that like button, share this with all your friends and family and your social media account. Hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. And turn on that notification button so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and drop down a comment below. The good, the bad, the ugly, it's all good to me. I love you all. So I hope you guys have a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon. This is Phoenix 198720 saying peace.